about the rhythm and talk about the things that you wanted to definitely show in this demo in front of everyone here out in Europe.
Sure. A lot of the things we wanted to show, it just a lot of the graphics and sort of the beauty of the airstrip that's there, the airfield that's there, the huge plane that's there as well, sort of the lighting too, because it's nighttime. And it was also sort of a lot of the new moves and sort of the tension that's there, being able to take down the guy from above, being able to do that flying melee onto the crates. And it's just sort of really just trying to show like the fact that it's over-the-top action all of the time during those sequences that we want you to sort of feel that you're in this an intense moment, so you don't want to put the controller down.
Right.
And it's really that's all we wanted to showcase is the fact that everything's going from bad to worst even for Drake.
Right. Let's talk about the evolution of the code. Back when you and I last talked, we were back at the E3 live show on the PlayStation blog. And you guys showed off the cruise ship, which looked amazing. But behind closed doors, we saw what we saw today publicly. Talk about how much that's changed from E3 till today.
Well, we've spent a lot of polish on it. So what you're going to end up seeing is, it's going to be looking better. The lighting's better. The textures are better. And just a lot of the improvements are, a little bit more subtle. A lot of the time that we've been spending on it really has been more on the polish side, making sure, sort of the gameplay's smooth, being able to do the handholds right, and it's really what goes into it. When
do you guys decide when to stop polishing and it's done? Is there like a code, a Naughty Dog code that we should all know about?
When they tell us we have to send it to manufacturing.
It's going to pass QA, it's done, stop.
I am not kidding.
So we have over 1 million followers on Twitter, and they had two concerns. Number one concern is, this is awesome, which is not a concern, it's a compliment. But their second concern is, was that a spoiler? Did we see too much too soon out of Uncharted 3 at today's conference?
Well, how could it be a spoiler? Our box art's a crashed plane,
okay.
So something's going to happen on it. I mean, we definitely keep that in mind every time we try to do a demo or release assets, that we don't want to spoil the story. We know our fans really don't want that to be spoiled. They don't want to know too much. They don't want to have certain key plot points in. So we try to craft our demos, and it's really hard to do that.
Oh, I'm sure.
When you're working on a very heavy narrative game, to sort of really find these sequences in the game where you're not really revealing too much. Maybe you're revealing a little bit here and there, but it's really out of context, or it's immaterial, sort of the bigger story. So it works out okay. So
can you talk some of the science behind that? Like, how do you decide? I'm sure there's this massive wall of story points like, oh, that's so good, but no, too soon.
Early on, we try to identify sort of, we've got the game macro when we're starting, really early on in development. And we take a look at, sort of every sequence that we've got, every environment that we've got, and we try to figure out, okay, like what would make a good demo, both, sort of on the action point, are there cutscenes that we're planning that would make sense as well to show something off? And then we sort of earmark those and say, okay, we'll approach these later as we get closer to development. So it's very much like our development process. It's sort of very fluid, and you just got to roll with it.